Alright, so I'm just gonna hit up with some predictions for the next, for the Dreamhack Las Vegas quarterfinals. Here it is on screen right now. Here's what I'm gonna pick. Just make sure I'm recording real quick. Sorry about that. Yeah, so the underlined teams are the ones I'm gonna have going through. Gambit, Virtus Pro, Astralis, SK. Now to start off, I think the closest game of the day, these are all BO3s by the way. The closest game of the day is probably going to be Gambit and North. That one is probably a coin toss, kind of depending on who shows up. Not really. I mean, that's a tough one. Gambit's just so strategically advanced, and North having a new player inserted into their team. But North's firepower is just insane now with AZ, Config, and Magisk. I think it changed his name, yeah. Here are their lineups right now. Zeus being plugged into this team, leaving Navi, has just transformed them. I think Zeus and Hobbit joined at the same time. Hobbit, a really young talent. Then Zeus just experienced IGL. Now, if you look through the group stages, Gambit had no issues going through. They beat Fnatic on Inferno. Fnatic having their old roster back together. It's not really going to be the same, it's just not going to click immediately. A lot of people think it would, but I don't think it didn't turn out to click immediately with them. Meaning the results didn't show what they used to when they were in form. And then, I guess that was on Inferno too. Fnatic used to be a really good Inferno team too with that lineup. Then they played Virtus Pro and Cobblestone. I mean, Virtus Pro isn't renowned for their Cobblestone play, but they're a team you don't want to play on it kind of thing. Gambit just gave them a whooping basically. I watched that match. Oh, sorry. Didn't really look too pretty for Virtus Pro. They were just out of it. Then North played Optic in a BO3. They destroyed them. They played, they lost their first match to Optic on Inferno. I don't know why people are playing Inferno. It's so weird to me. I guess they're just practicing it right now, but whatever. Then they beat, that was Complexity just got demolished this tournament, which was expected, but it's kind of sad to see. Then they beat Optic pretty badly. We can look, it was 16-2 and 16-7. So, I think, I want to say Gambit will take it. Because every time I've gone against Gambit, they've ended up just destroying me. My predictions. So, I'm going to go with Gambit, but by a very slim margin of 55-45. Then for the next match, I have Mouz versus Virtus Pro, which should be a more sort of clear-cut match in my opinion. Unless Oscar was actually doing pretty freaking nuts against FaZe yesterday. Or was it? Yeah, it was FaZe. Yeah, that was yesterday. FaZe played again today, so I got confused, sorry. I do see Virtus Pro winning this in a BO3. Yeah, I can't believe Speedy and Dennis are still on the team, though. I don't know who they replaced, or who they replaced them with, but they are just let's just look at Dennis's ADR real quick. This just says it all. He's not capable of playing at a pro level. Thorn says it a lot too. Oh shit. Nico, it's basically LOL getting a solid 15 to 20 kills. If Oscar doesn't, Nico's most likely gonna be there. He's not gonna bottom frag or bottom out. It all depends on this guy Oscar. If he shows up, Mousesports has a chance. But if he doesn't, I don't see it happening. That's why the odds are so skewed, and not super skewed, but they're skewed into Virtus Pro's favor. Then for the next match, I have Astralis VP. Yeah, nice reading me. Alright, Astralis versus Nip. And I think this is really clear cut. This is if you're going to bet on any match, you're probably going to want to go on this one for Astralis. I have the same odds for these two, but this one, Nip has been strongly underperforming the last couple maps they've played. Like, let's see, they got 2-16 by Cloud9 on Cobblestone. They did make a comeback, though, in the last two maps. Not comeback in those maps, but I mean, they came back in the series to win the series and keep their tournament life going. But playing the major champions, I just don't see it happening, I'll be honest. I was watching some of the NIP games. They lost the first 5 rounds and they just looked so out of it. Then there's, who else? They played Tyloo 16-5. Yeah, that was expected. Then Astralis just blew their way through the group stage, no problem. So I'm going to have Astralis versus NIP. I'm going to give it to Astralis. I think that's a pretty obvious one. Then SK versus Navi. I have it 65-35 in SK's favor. I think this is a lot more of a clear-cut match than some people might think. It's still, let's see, the number 1 and the number 2 players in the world. Dude, I'm just shit. Playing with, I mean, I know Starix, not Navi's coach. With the Dreamhack Las Vegas rules, he can talk in the game normally. Like, Valve's coaching rules don't apply at this tournament for whatever reason. I don't know. So I don't think Starix is endgame leading for Seized right now. I think they're still trying to work with Seized right now. But I don't see SK look they lost 10 rounds total in their group stage matches. But I know they played Tyloo and Cloud9, but it's still pretty dominant. Then, what is it? Navi, they struggled pretty hard against FaZe on Nuke and Train. It was a pretty clear-cut match on Mirage. But I think just SK as map pool, Phelps can be inserted, it looks like pretty easily, looking from the results, into FNX's old spots. I do think Phelps is a better player. So this is an upgrade for SK. It'll just take some time to get timing and positioning down, rotations down with SK, which can be done. Then it's Simple played really well today, but that was against FaZe versus SK, which is a pretty big difference. So yeah, so just to review my predictions real quick, I have Gambit, Virtus.pro, Astralis, and SK going through to the quarterfinals. This for the quarterfinals, yeah. I don't know what else to say. Alright, later.